Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker on a Monday, and something I don't talk to about very often, but hard to ignore today. Let's take a look. Oh boy, crypto. It's whooping. Let's see if we can get this Bitcoin up for you here, and you can see here Ethereum down 31%, Litecoin down 35%. So here's your Bitcoin chart. So one of the things that people are always asking me is does the strat work in all markets? Well, I don't know anything that only works in one market and doesn't work in another. But if you just take a look at this here, you're going to see here down here, all right? There's your inside bar. Up C goes. Then all the things that we look at right here, inside bar, and then here. Pokes down, gives us the rev strat. 1, 2, 2 rev strat up, right? And then here, went 2-2 reversal back down on the daily. You would have known about that, and you could have made some on the short side. But then, one thing we look for, that take out the highs, take out the lows, take out the highs 2-2-2 right here. Bam, and you're in for this. All right. Then you had your inside day right here, right? And then boom, your reversal and right back down. So, yeah, it works in all markets. And so if it's something good like Bitcoin that's really going to move, you might want to take a look there. But usually we stick on the equities here. So here's what we got going here to start off the week. You've got SPY starting off as an inside day. So here above my cursor, you're going to see that SPY's an inside day. It's green and coming back. But now you're like in lower middle, back in the middle of the range. If we go to a 60, you'll see this. Like so. Still trying to creep back up for right now. It comes to test the old broadening formation in here. But so right now, a new 60, and they're trying to bring them up right here. So you can see when I go down to a 5-minute, you can see right as soon as there was a new hour. You see this? Here. Right? And this is what I talk about. This is the last minute. Boom. Turn on them computers on the buy side, right? So one of the things we're going to see here in the Qs, and Qs poke down a little bit on the daily up here, upper left, and now coming back through, right? And you can see that also turns it's right on that new 60. So they do gap down a little bit, and that's got a lot of your big boys still doing nothing. Your Amazons here. Your Amazon, look at this chart. This thing is doing nothing for forever. You've got Facebook trying to come back a little bit, but you can see in general, these things are not doing much at all. Netflix down a tad. So what we are seeing is like when you keep up your sectors, you're going to see a lot of retail. XRT retail starting off the week going into the highs, upper middle, outside bar, and then 3-2 to the upside, continuation. Same thing in the upper left, the outside day, and then boom into the high. So a lot of retail running over there. If you go to even down the food chain, Abercrombie, and Abercrombie having a nice little day, and you can see here in the lower middle, the inside bar right there. The 2-1-2 continuation. So right now we'll see if that sets up again for you on a 30 or a 60. Looks like we might have a 60 here. Inside on the 60, so above this, above where my cursor is, 2346 gets my attention the next hour. Right now, these features popping just a tad. We've got SIG, Captain Sig, as we like to call them, Jeweler, and you can see here in the lower middle, the inside bar continuation, and now still going. Just a little exhaustion risk. It goes blasting into the highs. So we'll see if we get anything else to set up for you, maybe at a 30. We'll see, just chopping around here. Maybe that's a 60. There you go, inside on the 60 above my cursor. So I want to know about this above 39.07 in the next hour. Future still popping on this flip here. We've got Deckers. And Deckers, once again, exhaustion risk by going into new highs. But you can see in the upper middle, once again, the outside bar above my cursor, and then into new highs. So what that means is the sellers got rejected down here, and then it turned green. And then, boom, that rejection is still occurring. Right? We haven't had a reversal back down against you. And you'll also notice that on the 60, the outside bar above my cursor, the outside, and then the expansion of that. So far, still going. We'll see if that sets up again for you. If we go to expensive coats, Goose. And Goose, here, one of the things we look for in the upper middle, the 2 down, hammer, back through previous range on the weekly. That's a 2-2 reversal, right? Took out the low, then takes out the high above 30.56. So that's good for the rest of the week, so long as that's above 30.56. Once again, in the upper left, you can see all this stuff here. We call that the pivot machine gun, right? Anybody who's short is short by where they got in, or they're going to use well-known pivots here, 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 right below my cursor. So if we go to Williams-Sonoma, and Williams-Sonoma, here in the lower middle, you can see this inside bar, then it pokes down, and then the continuity changes here when it goes green, right there, you see? So we're looking for this to be an outside month, and then maybe take out the highs of this one here too. So that would be, we're looking to take out 114.14 at 112.50 right now. Once again, upper middle, that outside bar expansion back to previous range, right? That's a good thing. So if we go to CarMax, and CarMax doing this. CarMax here in the lower middle, the inside month, and coming up and taking that out. Now you're going to these highs, so you're going to see on the daily, upper left, here's your broadening formation. So the question is, can this continue? Let me get like that. Here's your broadening formation, and it's trying to get out of there and stay out. So we'll see if that sets up again. Once again, that outside bar on the 60. If we go to Walgreens, and Walgreens, lower middle, inside month, right here to the upside. There's your consolidation. Here it is. We know Walgreens has been a lot higher here too. Then you had your continuation on the daily. Here, the 2 up, the inside bar takes that out, right? Also did it on the 60 minute in the lower left. Here's your inside 60 right there above my cursor. Still going, Walgreens. If we go to NVIDIA, which has really been doing nothing, but one of the things that we note is when you look at semiconductors, SMH, right, you're going to see the difference here between SMH, right, and QQQ. Right, QQQ gaps down. So SMH was showing us that we had more strength there with some of those big boys gapping down and sitting there and doing nothing, right? So still an inside day, upper middle, so we want to be aware of that, right? Because we certainly want to be aware of an inside day in the SPY. If we can't get out of there, sometimes you can dry up and rot. So right out the chute, we could see stuff like AMD. AMD taking out those highs, just a little exhaustion risk by going into the highs, but you can see it came firing out of the gate real quick there. If we go to LRCX, how you doing? LRCX was coming back in the semis a little bit. So one of the things we'll look for in this daily here, so when you take out that low and then you go green and start coming back through, we're looking for this to be an outside bar of this here. Even if it doesn't make it today, all right, it's getting there. It's getting there because we know outside bars exist. And unless you have a reversal against you, that's what it's going to do. It's going to take that out. And then we're going into new highs, so you can have a little bit of exhaustion risk over there. If we go to back to NVIDIA for a second, and NVIDIA here was doing nothing forever, right? Upper middle, these weeklies doing nothing, right? And so then we started to do this on the daily, take out that low and then come back through, and you can see the broadening formation here as it expands, which gave us on the upper middle the outside week. Now it's trying to get out of there, so now it's trying to do something, because here on the monthly it was an inside month, poked down and then came back through and turned green, and we know outside bars exist and you got that. So the question is, we're going to get any more out of that, we'll see. Corvo on the semis is having a nice day. Here, Corvo, and just going into the highs, and once again that outside week expansion to the upside, something that we're going to look for, right? If we go to CTXS, and CTXS here on the upper middle, you see this was an outside week, this one right here, then it pokes down, stops them out. Now 2-2 reversal this week above 131.11. It's there right now, and we're going to be looking to take this high out at least. That's going to be 134.80. We'll see how that plays out during the course of the week, and you can see how they stop them out. Where's the top of the broadening formation? Up there. Get it, boy. If we go to D-Dog, and D-Dog on the week, you can see this here in the upper middle. There's your hammer. Stop them out. 2-2 reversal coming back through this range. All right. So now slightly took out last month's lows, then turned green. We're looking for this to go an outside bar of this. 111.49. Give me 111.50. Broader average is stalling out just a tad. We had PI, Life of Pi, inside on the 60, and that's, you can see broadening formation in the upper left goes down, and then as soon as this goes back green here, right here, after it comes down to test, boom, back to full time frame continuity to the upside. Now in the lower middle, you have an inside 60, so this is going to get my attention if we can break above this thing here. 56.50 in the next hour. We'll see if that sets up anything more for you. We had some gamers coming up here, a little bit of Penn Gaming. And Penn Gaming, you can see here in the upper middle, we take out the low, and then 2-2 reversal here. Take out the low, then take out the high, and come right back through here, right? All these 3 bars here, there, and there, that's where the stops are. So we took them out. So a little bit of exhaustion risk. We'll see if that sets up again. I'll say the DraftKings coming up here once again in the lower middle. You're going to see this. It pokes down, then goes green. Now coming back through, we're looking to be an outside bar of this. Right? And here's your broadening formation on the weekly upper middle. So we're looking to take this out. 55.98 to the upside. If we go to EXAS going inside 60 right now. You can see this inside 60 in the lower left, taking it out right now above 148.75, right? And so here on the weekly, once again, stop them out upper middle, stop these guys at, and then the T2 reversal, and bam, back to a previous range. Just a little exhaustion risk going into the highs, so that's why you let it set up on the 60. That took a few hours to set up. If we go to, let's take a look at Roku. Roku inside on the 60 in the lower left. All right, just exhaustion risk by blasting into the highs, but once again on that weekly, there's that outside week on the upper middle and taking that out. So that's good so long as it stays above that. If we go to GoPro waking up a little bit. In GoPro, it's another used to be somebody if you go backwards. And when used to be somebody is when you go back in time. GoPro. Remember those days? Yeah, okay. Well, it's just fighting back a little bit here. Let me see. Shrink this down again. So it is taking out last month's highs. Then you had that 2 down on the weekly and then back through the previous range. So we'll see if it sets up again for you. Going a little quick here. See if we can get ourselves a 30 or a 15 as we go on. If we go to ZS. ZS is another one of those weeklies with the reversal. Comes down, stops them out. There's a 2-2 reversal above this. 200.49. Taking that out, and so far so good. Still an inside month, so we'll see what comes of that. If we go to Etsy, there we go. Inside 30. And once again, if you go to the upper middle, you see that 2 down by taking out the lows, then the reversal by going 2 back up. By taking out the highs, and that's good for the week over 181.60. If we go to weed waking up just a little bit here. CGC, but backing off a minute, we'll see how the crown looks. All right, so a little bit of the weed. On the downside, we have General Mills taking out last month's lows. Inside month to the downside, lower middle, right? That's something I'd want to know about, right? So you can see that when it goes red on all time frames, like right now, taking an inside 30 to the downside, that's something I'd want to know about. You have BMRN in the bio, and BMRN just gaps down and having some issues here. Now it's starting to come back up. We'll see if that goes. We've got BTBT gapping down. Now we'll see it's starting to fight back. We'll see if that sets up again. If we go to Baidu, and Baidu here, you can see now inside on the 30 in the lower middle. All right, once again, here's that outside bar. Then it went inside here, 312, and bam. Now, if you go to the upper daily, we're looking for this thing to become an outside bar of this, right? And if we're lucky, we can get that weekly to come all the way back through. So we'll see how that goes. Always running out of time here, but let's take a look at edit. So once again, on the daily, 2 up, top of the broad, slight higher high, stop them out, and then boom, back through previous range. So this gets my attention coming right back through. And now you've got yourself The inside 30, stop them out, and now rev strat here below this for the next half an hour below 75.94. You're there right now. And if we go to the 60, you're going to see this. Inside 60 down here below 75.61. You're taking that out right now. Let's see if we can get more out of that. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith & Black Channel here at TikTok with Strat Time Report.